Hey there fellow Factorians, Onerous here with another episode of my first Megabase. Alright, last episode we got going with, well, let's face it, the start of our real Megabasing. And we got our red and green up and running. We are currently doing 1.3k red, 1.2, and about the same of green. Alright, so I mean, there's nothing much for it now but to just move on to the next one. And the next one is military science packs. And again, we need to focus on that 16.66 a second. So I've already got my calculator ready. Because interestingly, we start getting into some weird numbers now. So for instance, instead of needing 16.66 grenades a second, we need half of that because this produces 2 military science packs for each production. So 16.66 divided by 2, of course, is 8.33. So that's how many grenades we need. That's how many armor-piercing rounds we need. And we still need 2 walls for each 2 packs, so we need the 16.66 walls. So, I mean, we'll start at the top. Let's go with armor-piercing rounds. Let's, where are that? Here we go. Alright, so armor-piercing rounds need copper and steel, which we have coming in from the bots, but it also needs a firearm. And if we want to make 16.66 a second of these, what we want to check first, get rid of this, is can we module firearms? Alright. I want one of those and one of those. Now, can we put in productivity modules on these? No, we cannot. Alright, so that is good to know. So that means we are looking at the same situation here where we have a speed of 8.75, which only just affects how many of these we actually need. So if we want to make 8.33 a second of these, then we need 8.33 a second of these as well. This one takes 3 seconds to make. Actually, but I don't think that matters because we just need 8.33 firearm magazines a second, and that means we need 8.33. Yeah, 8.33 piercing rounds means we need 8.33 firearm magazines. Okay, it just means we need less. Okay, so interestingly, 8.33 is less than 8.75, which is our crafting speed. So if we go 1 divided by 8.75, then divide that 1 divided by that. So essentially it's going to be back to 8.75. Is how many of these we would make a second just with one fully sped up production thing. Okay, which is what we're going to do. So you, my friend, are doing that. We are going to need another row of these. At some point we're going to need the module train to come down here for us. Okay, you're making that, so you are going to, oddly enough, pretty much need that again. But where are our speed modules? We are all out of speed modules. Well, that is unfortunate, isn't it? Alright. Let's copy that here. Well, they're not powered anyway, that's alright. And then let's change that to that. Alright, so now we have that requesting modules. Yes. Awesome, alright. And we can power it up. Alright, so let's copy that one here. And now let's see how many of these producing, not our regular firearms, but these firearms. And we need 8.7, or we need 8.33 a second. So if each of these takes 3 divided by 3 divided by 8.75, which is our speed, if I remember correctly. 8.75 is our max crafting speed. Yep. So this produces 1 every 0.343 seconds. So let's invert that. Invert that gives us 2.91, and unsurprisingly, we need 3 of these. I probably should have guessed that actually, because we need the same amount as over here, and the crafting time is similar. Alright, let's do that for some power. We are kind of having a bit of a standard, something like that, and something like that. Alright. So, in, out, there, there. Alright. And, again, we're going to have to adjust these numbers, I think, but once we get all the modules here, that would be really good. Speaking of which, I might actually get the module train to just come down here and give me some modules. Alright, you can just hang there for a bit. And I'm going to grab a bunch of modules off. Alright, but that should now be enough to produce 16 of these a second. And again, we don't want these stacked to 200, so let's put a bit of a limit, bit of a buffer in there. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 1,000 in that one. Let's do 400 in that one. Sure. All right. Now we'll wait for the module train. Module train looks like it's here. I'm just gonna stock up on modules because we do want that. All right. Watch out for trains. Is the module train? It's blocking. Let's get you to move just a little bit further forward, buddy. Thank you. All right. And since we're on manual mode, we could just get rid of that. Alright, let's grab a few of those. Actually, what I can do is be a little bit sneaky. We'll get these into storage. There we go, alright. And grab a few of these, alright. It's probably too many in storage, to be honest. Alright. Let's pop a few of these back. I'll have 100 on me. Alright, and you can go back home. Thank you for your valuable contribution. But now we should have a bunch of modules, 770 modules, speed modules. Okay, that's probably more than I needed here. But we'll get these guys filled up, and now we can redo this speed thing. And that is significantly different, isn't it? There we go, I need to double this. What is that, 874? 174. That was just bad typing. And 174, alright. Now that question, how many bots do we have here? We have 10,000 logistic bots, alright, that's enough. Okay. So that is phase 1. We have our piercing rounds. Next up we need grenades. Alright, what do grenades need? Just coal and iron plate. That is very nice to know. Can we module grenades is the next question. No, we cannot. Alright, so we're going to go with speed modules. It's a crafting speed of 8.75 once these are actually powered up. Alright, that reminds me, probably going to need that one there. Yes, alright. So 8.75 crafting speed. This is almost going to be 1 a second. We're actually going to need quite a few of these, aren't we? 8.75 divided by 8 will really cut out the middleman. So that's 1.1 every second. And then we need to multiply that by how many we need, which is 8.333. So we do need 8. We do need 8 of these producing them, which is quite interesting, isn't it? Alright. Let's get some power. Let's get something like that and something like that. Alright, and oops, that way and that way. Alright. Why do you not have power? Oh, that's not Roboport. Okay, that's okay. Oh, that didn't copy in our modules. That's alright. Alright. Let's get you there and let's double this. That's 656 and 328. Alright. And we need 8 of these, so 4, 6, 8. Alright, that's really going to heavily work our coal. I don't think we have enough coal to support that, I'll be honest. I'm going to pop one here, just to cover that whole area, and then we'll start the next lot in a new row. Alright, I'll probably need these again, but we'll just rip them out now. Okay, so that's the first two things, and last is we need 16.67 walls a second. Now what goes into a wall? I think it's just stone bricks. It is. Okay, so we can do some quick math here. Right, well, let's first see if we can get production modules on a wall. Nope. Okay, 8.75. That is our goal. Alright, so each of these takes half a second. Alright, so if we are doing these at 8.75 crafting speed, there is no way inserters are going to keep up with this. That is crazy, isn't it? But let's see what happens. So that is 1 every 0.057 seconds. So if we want to do 16.66 a second, we only need one of these. Wow. That really means I want to just do it up here, doesn't it? Okay. Let's just do that. Let's make you a wall. Let's fully speed you up. And then something like that. And something like that. Alright, in and out. And I probably don't need that one. No, I don't. Alright. And let's see how many resources you asked for too. Yeah, that's what I thought. I just really don't think this is going to keep up, is it? There is no way that that could possibly keep up. So I think what we need to do is actually do... Let's see... Let's just see what happens if we do this. Can we get some more stone bricks in? How many are in here? We're not keeping up with the stone bricks, are we? Because stone bricks have to come from miles away. And man, we are quickly running out. Quickly. Okay, we need you to go to stack inserters. And honestly, we're going to need some more. I don't know if any of these are going to get through. We're not using a huge amount, but yeah, we are. Okay. I think this is going to be a problem with our walls, but whatever. We'll figure it out. All right, with these two going. Yeah, it's still not really working, is it? I think it's a bit better. Alright, so let's get rid of this. I'm going to make this 800 and 12. 812, 8,000 as well. Okay, let's get rid of that. Let's try that again. Let's just say 800. Keep it round. Okay, let's get these three going with 800. Let's remove that, and let's just see how this goes. Alright. I think we just do not have the stone brick supply to actually support this. That is clearly the case, isn't it? Alright. Well, I think that tells us what our next our next little business venture is going to be. Is going to be stone bricks. Alright. Anywho, enough of that. Let's oh, how did that happen? Let's find some way to drop these. There we go. There we go. Alright, get rid of them. Alright. Now that reminds me, I do want to put a bit of an array here. Otherwise, we are not at all going to be able to support all this stuff. Alright. There we go. I'll give them a place to charge, because suddenly they are going to get very busy. Anyway. Let's get back to here. We want to set up our military science packs. Alright, so we're producing everything except for wall. We'll sort out our stone brick production soon enough. Military science packs. So we need 16.66, the magic number. Let's go 16.67. But we're producing 2 every second, so we would need 8.33 of these productions every second. 8.335 is the number. And these are science packs, so they will get modules. So let's divide that by 1.4. So we need 5.95 of these a second. Okay, so we are getting 10 divided by 5.5 is 1.8 of these a second. Now let's get our previous answer of 5.953 and divide it by our other answer of 1.82, and that tells us we need 3.3. So we should be able to do 4. Just 4 of these should be enough. How's this going? No, it's struggling, isn't it? Alright. 4 of these is what we need. Alright. So that's that, that, and that, and that. And that will just power these guys. Autosave, thank you. Okay, which ones don't we need? We don't need those ones for now. Alright. And this will actually give us, this is where we can pop our extra roboboard. Alright. There we go. We've still got a big gap over here, so let's pop out the robot over here. Sure. Just need that coverage, okay. Now, these guys all need an input and an output. An input and an output. There we go. Alright. Now these are, yep, they're maxed out, so let's do that, and let's double that. 32, 32, and 66. Alright. So now we can copy that over here. And let's see what happens. Alright. Let's get it going. It seems really slow, especially compared to these other sciences, doesn't it? There is no way that that is going to work, is it? But then, you know, I guess the other thing is we are producing 2 packs every time we do that, aren't we? So let's see if our military science cuts it. Alright, well it's really really not cutting it at the moment. And that's probably because at some point we're running out of walls. No, these guys are working, they're working full ball. We have got quite a stockpile of walls, and probably we let the bots catch up with that. We are maintaining the right amounts of things, so we've stuffed up our numbers somewhere. Alright, let's go back. We want to make 16.66 of these a second. So currently a normal one produces 1 every 5 seconds. Our crafting speed is 5.5. It sure is. So it takes 5 seconds to produce 1. Divided by 5.5 is... it takes 0.91 seconds to produce 1. So we do the it takes 0.9 seconds, so invert that, so we are producing... Okay, I am totally confused. Okay, so 5 divided by 5.5 is 0.909 seconds for 1. We invert that, it's 1.1 per second, which is great, multiplied by our productivity of 1.4, so it's 1.54 a second. And we need to be producing 16.67 of these, divided by our 1.54 equals 10.82. Why are these numbers so different? Alright. Let's think this through again. Okay, I've obviously stuffed the math up again. So every 10 seconds this is producing 2, but it's not. So let's go 10 divided by 5.5. So every 1.82 seconds this is producing 2 science packs. Okay, this is looking good, but then we multiply that by 1.4. So it's every... No, I did that wrong, didn't I? So 10 divided by 5.5. So every 1.8 it is producing 2, which is, if we invert that, it's 0.55. 1.8 seconds it's producing 2. So it's 2 per 1 second. Oh man, I've totally confused myself. I need to write this down, but I'm trying to do it in my head. Well, with a calculator. So it's 2 by 1.4 that it's producing. It's producing 2.8 every okay, it's producing 2.8 in 10 divided by 5.5 in 1.8 seconds. Producing 2.8 in 1. I'd really need to write this down. Okay. So 2.8 per 1.82 seconds. So how many is that each second is the question, isn't it? So if we divide both by 1.82, so that 2.8 divided by our 1.82 is that 1.54 seconds, which is what we were saying before. 1.54 per second. Okay, that's good. Good to know. So each one of these is producing 1.54 a second. Okay, that is where we're at. And we need 16.67 divided by 1.54 is 11. Okay, there we go. And that would just show our disparity, which is why we are only producing... Where are they? Changing so much, right? That's why we're only producing about a third of what we need, because we have about a third of what we need. Okay, that makes so much more sense now. Alright, sorry, I've got to get rid of you again. So we need to go up to 11. That is 8. That is 12. Oops, I needed that. Oh, I didn't need that. There we go. Alright. And an output. Alright, there we go. Okay. Now I'm honestly much happier with that math, and it supports why we weren't seeing what we needed to see. But of course now we have this issue of the RoboPort coverage. Is that going to get that? It is. Okay, that's great. Pop one there. And do we still have a heap of robots on us? Let's just ditch them all. Okay. So now we should be producing a better statistic. That's it. We're hitting it. Alright. I'm sure that will stabilize eventually. And maybe we need an extra one. But the issue we're going to have is, are we keeping up with this? Not really. Not really at all, are we? Because these are just basically always empty, aren't they? They sure are. Okay. Whew, man. Just doesn't quite kick it. You know what I should have done? I should have just put in the extra one. Efficiency be damned. Alright. Let's get rid of those militaries. Oh, I could have just put them in there, couldn't I? Alright, that's right. Box will take care of it. Alright, well, we've got, one thing I didn't do is kill green science, eh? I think we killed red science, but not green science. There we go, alright. So these still have a few left in. Once these all sort of finish up, we will then just be using our stuff we made, which is great. That took a lot longer than it should have. It is now 25 minutes, and what we need to do is actually make a stone brick. Somewhere we need to be making stone bricks. And we need to be making a lot of stone bricks, because as you can see, like these guys, I reckon if these guys were working full pelt, we would actually be able to keep up. So our problem is we need to have a outpost for stone. There's 5 million stone. That's not really much, is it? Stone is a bit of a hard one to see. Set up there, 9 million. That's pretty good. Maybe we'll tap that. What are these guys firing? He's got no ammo. Okay. Looks like he has been firing, but that's alright. Let's get some ammo up to him sooner rather than later, please. Got some closer ones that we could tap. 4 million's not really cutting it, is it? It's down this way, 8 million. Oh, look at that. Okay, that's perfect, isn't it? This is all that space we had from our red circuits. I think that's what we're going to do next episode. We'll come down here. We will basically put in one of these furnace arrangements and just pump out a bucket load of stone. As many as we can handle. If I put it down here. That'll make stone bricks, yeah, which is what we want. We want to make stone bricks, yes. Yes. Just looking at other stone that's around. Yeah, it's probably right. Because I'll want to then have probably trains coming in and unloading some more stone here later on. But there are a few patches around here that we can tap. So I think that's where we'll go. Yeah, that's where we'll go next episode. We'll go stone hunting. There's quite a little bit around. There's nothing really more convenient. Oh, that's a tasty nugget, isn't it? Maybe up here is better. Let's we've got this area tapped, so we might as well use it. That's fine. All right. We can bring some trains across the world to get here, or we can just sort of expand down and hit up some of these other mines. Oh, well, look at that. There's actually 2 right here. Okay, it's definitely down here. This is where we're going to do it. Next episode, we're going to do that, which is a bit of a sidetrack. Stone bricks was a bit of a killer on here. Let's have a see if these need anything else that we're not going to have enough of. I think we're going to have enough of those materials that also need stone bricks, so that is really good to know. And batteries. Ooh, man, I'm not looking forward to that, honestly. But this one should be okay. We've got all those materials except for engine units, but we'll sort something out, won't we? All right. I'm pretty happy with that. We have the materials. Well, not the materials. We have the setup necessary to reach 1K of military science. Next episode, we just need to get those stone bricks flowing, and then we can probably start doing doing the next science as well, which is blue science, which I think engine units, yes, engine units will be our downfall. Okay, but that's next episode. This episode, military science partially sorted. Next episode, military science finished, and blue science begun. Awesome. Thanks for watching, and as always, love to hear your comments down below. Sorry about the horrible math. We got there in the end, and our production numbers show that we are reaching our goal. We are just that one step closer to Megabase. It's happening. It's happening quickly. Hopefully we can get there within a few more episodes. Thanks for watching, and see you tomorrow.